Carlos Takam. I'm rocking with Lady Sham in the building.
In the building. Ra, 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 ra.
Ra, 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 ra.
Hey guys. Well. The hate is truly in the Buddhism. It's a very hateful Buddhism. Who am I talking about? Well, 3 guesses, 2 guesses, 1 guess. Anthony Joshua has to be the most hated, decorated heavyweight in the Buddhism. Listen, I've had texts from people that want to show that Anthony Joshua didn't really hit Ngannou and Ngannou took a dive. We all know there's people that take dives in boxing, a la Malik Scott when he took a dive against Deontay the Praying Mantis Wilder. But it doesn't mean that everyone takes a dive. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I've had this footage that you make of it what it will. It says rigged, but maybe the footage is rigged. Stand by. As we know, Anthony Joshua parked up Francis Ngannou on his behind for the first time in his whole career. And I mean his whole career, including his MMA career. He's never touched the canvas until the weekend gone last Friday, where he touched the canvas 3 times and didn't know what hit him, and came out on record to say he was definitely knocked out because he didn't feel the pain. Francis Ngannou was down for about 5 minutes on the canvas with the paramedics giving him oxygen, putting him in the recovery position. I don't know if that's someone that could take a dive. When you see someone's leg fall underneath them, that's a very hard position to fake falling, because if you are cognizant and aware and you try to fake that, your body's gonna tell you and your brain's gonna tell you, no, we're not gonna put our leg behind us because you may break it. So to do that and pull that off fake is next to enough impossible, to be honest. People don't like the fact that Anthony Joshua has beaten 5 common opponents of Tyson Fury way better. He beat Kevin Johnson, stopped him in a couple of rounds. He beat Dillian Whyte, who was undefeated, and totally knocked him out in round 7. Tyson Fury knocked out Dillian Whyte in round 6. But guess what? Dillian Whyte still got up. When Anthony Joshua knocked him out, he didn't get up. Ali Klitschko, who parked up Anthony Joshua on his behind, I think round 5 or 6, and Anthony Joshua nearly took off his whole head from his neck in round 11. Fury gave us a total snooze fest and went the distance, and all we saw was leaning. That was back in 2015, and he still harps on about that. That's his best win. We had Otto Wallin, who Tyson Fury went hell and high water with and had his face all torn off. And if that wasn't anybody else, that would have been a TKO. And they allowed Tyson Fury to continue with such a bad cut, which he suffered 56 stitches to close up his face. Anthony Joshua made that geezer retire in the 5th round and broke his orbital bone and his nose. Now we have Francis Ngannou. Now, Francis Ngannou, if Anthony Joshua would have fought him fast and starched him out in the 2 rounds like he did, people would have said, well, that's what you were supposed to do. No big deal. He's an MMA fighter. But the only reason Anthony Joshua took that fight was because Turki Al Sheikh said the winner of that will fight the winner for undisputed after Usyk and Fury. So Anthony Joshua said, okay. And guess what he did? He starched him out in 5 minutes. Not even the entire second round. Fury went hell and high water, got dropped, looked to stay. And when I did a point scoring rewatch, I had Francis Ngannou winning by 2 rounds. And Fury won split decision by a novice MMA fighter on his pro debut. So you tell me if Anthony Joshua isn't the better fighter. You tell me if Anthony Joshua... He's a hell of a fighter. He's a 5-star fighter. Yes, and stopped it. So there's 5 common opponents, not just 2. And Anthony Joshua has done it better than Tyson Fury. So people are so upset about this. You know, that certain fan base, you know, the Wildettes, decided to float around, you know, stupid conspiracy theories, saying that Anthony Joshua got a fake win, and basically this proves that Tyson Fury basically did have egg weights in his gloves, because he starched a 209-pound flimsy, can't box, won't box, shan't box, will never be able to box Deontay Praying Mantis Wilder. As you see, Tyson Fury adapted the Kronk style, and we've never seen Kronk again after Deontay Wilder, because he can't fight anybody else like that within fear with his pillow fists. You know, Sir Pillow Fist realises that if he does try this come forward aggressive Kronk style with these big hitters, he'll be on the floor, which we have seen him. Fury is a very chinny geezer that's been on the floor more times than Anthony Joshua, and him and Wilder have been on the floor. You saw Wilder could not fight Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker pitched a 12-round shutout. These guys are the real chinny ones. They are by the hair of my chinny chin. And Anthony Joshua has only been dropped a total of 5 times. Once, as I said, by Vladimir Klitschko, and 4 times by Andy Ruiz. But he was the first fighter to put Andy Ruiz on his arse on the canvas too. We've never seen Anthony Joshua knocked out. We've seen Tyson Fury knocked out. Give credit where credit's due. Tyson Fury has the most amazing recovery that I've ever seen in my lifetime in boxing. So I always give credit where credit's due. But he was knocked out for a total of 5 seconds, done and dusted. We've seen Dillian Whyte done and dusted. We've seen Deontay Wilder done and dusted. You've never seen Anthony Joshua knocked out. So to call Anthony Joshua chinny is it doesn't merit any facts. It comes from a place of hate. So they can't take the fact, and these Fury fans can't take the fact, and Wilder fans, that Anthony Joshua is just a better fighter, the hardest hitting fighter. I've always thought Deontay Wilder's power is overrated, my bad, because he's just knocked out bums. And then when he stepped up to elite, yes, he knocked out Fury, but Fury got up. I could go on and on and on about the differences, but those that know boxing really realise that there is a difference, and that Anthony Joshua has always been the better fighter, the harder hitter. Tyson Fury's always been Sir Pillow Fist and will always be Sir Pillow Fist. I mean, to knock out someone that's basically a cruiserweight, that came in just over the cruiserweight limit, a la Deontay the Praying Mantis Wilder, isn't something that's hard to do. I mean, Anthony Joshua gets a lot of criticism going 24 rounds with the most technical southpaw heavyweight, and may I add, he's a heavyweight. If you want to call Alexander Usyk a cruiserweight, then you'll have to call Evander Holyfield a cruiserweight as well, because, you know, he came from cruiserweight. But once you meet the heavyweight limit, the heavyweight division, coming in at 221 pounds, and makes you a heavyweight, okay? When you come in scraping by at 209 and 214, really you need to really think about going right back down to cruiserweight, because that's where you should be, a la Deontay, the praying mantis, Wilder. So it's getting pretty boring now about these conspiracy theories and the hate that Anthony Joshua has to endure, and then being told he is mentally weak. So we move onwards and upwards. Those knowing boxing knows the know. What's understood doesn't always need to be said. And, the other people that choose to dislike Anthony Joshua to the point where they are absolutely losing sleep over the geezer is beyond me. So, shouts out to Anthony Joshua for desecrating and showing the levels of an Olympic gold medalist that Tyson Fury never had, wasn't in the Olympics, didn't qualify, and for putting Francis Ngannou on his arse and in his place. And I honestly think he probably, even though he said kind words, and Francis Ngannou did call Anthony Joshua Chinny, funny that he probably retires from the sport of boxing. Like he said, he needs to take a break. I need to take a break now. I need to heal, and then I will know if I go PFL, MMA, and maybe I can continue boxing. Make up your mind, whatever it is. You just know that the elite guys, big punchers, stay out of their way. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's Leah the Shamrock, nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gyan Ra. God, it's really, the hate's really in the building, isn't it? It's really sad. Anyway, Francis Ngannou's soul, like I said, is liftable dizzy. Gyan!